What is up, Nuggets? It's your boy, Killer Pizza, here with a brand new video for you rascals and rapscallions out there. First and foremost, I gotta say, happy Halloween to everybody out there. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, watching, giving the thumbs up, sharing them, all that type of stuff, because you know it's always Halloween on this channel. We always like to talk about some classic 80s horror movies. And for this review, I have one of the most classics, a cult classic, one of my very favorites to watch on Halloween, and that is 1988's Night of the Demons. Now, this is a film I meant to review last year. Something came up. I don't know what happened, but I didn't get the review out, so I figured, why not? We're doing it this year. It is actually 9:46 on a Saturday night, the night before Halloween when I'm recording this. I just got home from a GLWA wrestling show a company ran out of the southern part of Michigan, and I thought, you know, fuck it, I'm still wide awake, let's talk about this movie now, so I don't gotta do it in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much right off the bat, the plot is a bunch of teenagers are gonna go to a party at a possessed house called Hull House, and they're all a little bit nervous about it, but the girl throwing it is kind of a gothic girl, the oddball in school, and everybody kind of thinks, you know, fuck it, if anybody can throw a spooky party, it's Angela, this very demon here, spoiler. So they get to the party, and, you know, shit goes down or whatever. They end up trying to do, like, that's good plot synopsis right there, right? Shit goes down. But they end up having, like, a little seance or something to try to, like, speak to these demons or whatever in the house. And one of the spirits of the demons goes into the body of one of the characters, and they end up becoming a demon. And it starts to spread through the house, and it becomes an escape situation trying to get out of this house that they can't seem to escape from. Like, the gate that they originally went through is gone and missing, and there's all the spiritual shit going on, and it turns into a bloody, gory 80s cheese fest, and I fucking love it. So, yeah, that's the review. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's pretty much what goes down in this movie in a nutshell. There's way more depth to it, especially for an 80s cheese fest. This is the right kind of cheese, in my opinion. This is definitely a B movie, but it's definitely the right amount of cheese. Not too much cheese. Is there such thing as too much cheese? I digress. But anyways, yeah, this movie is amazing. It's one of the best movies to watch on Halloween, as they're having this party on Halloween night. It was originally going to be called Halloween Party, by the way, but apparently some of the people involved in the Halloween franchise had, I guess, Halloween copywritten, and that was too close to their name, so they went with Night of the Demons. But that's all good. This is a fun movie. First and foremost, what I like when this movie started is, because I just rewatched it a couple nights ago, each and every character they show in this movie, you care about, you're invested in, you know what they're about. Like, the first 5 minutes, they introduce some of these guys, and you got a good read on them right from the bat. So in that sense, that's like the good kind of cheese. Like, it's cartoonish in a way, a lot of these characters. You know, they get to this house, they start having this party, and like right off the bat, they're blasting this punk rock music out the boombox. It's a really good atmospheric movie in this, like, possessed house, not haunted, possessed. And for me personally, it's like that, nothing gets better than that. Like 1988 punk rock blasting in this creepy house while all these gothic chicks dance around, you know, nice spooky stuff. I love that. And that's where we get into, like, the first character getting, you know, possessed and everything. And this is when the movie takes a complete 180 turn into the second act, when the first person gets possessed, because it's almost like a zombie movie where if a demon gets you, I guess for lack of better words, you would turn into a demon. Like a zombie would turn into a zombie. But you have the element of these demons can take the form of what they normally look like, or shift into, like, the actual demon beings like you see on this case right here. So that's a little fun factor about it. And also something that Drum Dums on YouTube pointed out, that, like, it's kind of cool that as the demons take over the humans, it goes from, like, one demon and all these people to it's all demons and less people. You know, just kind of the way they tilt it like that seems so simple, but it works so good for me. And yeah, the scenery in this, the scenery, the music is amazing. The characters are fun. Like I said, take all this with a grain of salt, because if you don't like cheese, if you like your stuff more serious, this isn't for you. Because like the dialogue in this movie, there's a lot of it's pretty vulgar, you know, shut the fuck up, motherfucker, and all this stuff. But I like that in a horror movie, as I've talked to you guys about before. It seems real. At least that's how I talk to my friends. Not like when I say hi to them, fuck you, motherfucker. But like, you know, let's be realistic. You know, people bullshit. They have fun. And I like a horror movie where it almost comes off as a comedy, because you would be joking around with your friends, but then it develops straight into a horror and can get serious, because if a bunch of demons were gonna come to life in your house on Halloween night, you probably wouldn't freak out until you've seen a demon, right? So I think that's a good way to distinguish the difference between horror comedy or like a horror that has comedy. I don't know. I digress. I'm ranting and rambling. But yeah, this movie escalates more into the second act. That's something I would say I don't care for too much. There is a lot of times where the leads are just kind of running through these hallways and trying to escape these demons. So I get that's filler, but sometimes it's needed in a film. Sometimes you could cut a little of that timing out and get rid of that. I don't really have much of an opinion on that per se. That's just me nitpicking on some stuff I didn't like. But, you know, back the stuff I did like. The gore in this movie is unbelievable. There's tons and tons of good practical effects. These demons legitimately look scary, spooky, good effects. And I'm ping-ponging all over the place with this movie, because now I go back to something I didn't like when I talk about like the makeup of these demons. Like the voice in these demons when they talk, it's like when you're a little kid trying to be spooky, like, I see what the day is, or, you know, that's how the voice sounds. And it's like, that's why I say this movie isn't for everyone if you don't like the right amount of cheese or 80s films. But yeah, those are my nitpicks, like the wasting of the time running around in the hallways, or just the corny voice in Night of the Demons. I also didn't like how the last guy that survives is kind of a coward, but at the same time I liked how the lead girl becomes a hero. I like when a woman in a horror movie can fight back and be strong. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, I know I'm all over the place with this movie review. That's what happens when I review a movie I really, really like, because I could just literally talk about this for hours at a time. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This movie's great. Good atmosphere, fun dialogue, great gore. The atmosphere, like I said, is great. The cinematography is great. Tons and tons of gratuitous nudity. I can't complain about that. 1988, I think we see 3 different sets of boobs and like 2 almost bare asses. And yeah, that's not bad in an 80s film. This one is nostalgic. It's a good Halloween movie. It really ticks all the boxes, checks all the boxes of what you would want. Or like if I had to stereotype an 80s horror movie, like this is one I would pick. You know, this one really, it does hold up. I mentioned like the corniness, but like I said, the demons look scary. There's a lot of like moments where you're on the edge of your seat watching this. So, I mean, a fun movie. This could be one you could sit down, because I also like to divide movies up in a certain way. Like one would be better to watch yourself and have to pay attention to the whole film. Granted, this isn't, but this is a good watch back movie alone. It's kind of spooky, but a very good playback value in this movie is this is a fun movie to put on when you're around a bunch of friends, and you don't have to necessarily pay attention. So you can just sit back and enjoy the ride like a roller coaster. And this is one hell of a roller coaster ride. So, yeah, obviously I'm excited about this movie. I can't say enough of how great this is. Apparently this is a new Halloween tradition, because I meant to do a review last year, so I pretty much watch this every year at this point. I mean, look at Angela in the back. Look at that. This movie used to scare me as a kid. And actually, now that I mention that, any collector's edition you buy through Scream Factory is going to come with a slipcover for the first 3 months that it's released, which I didn't get it in time. But they're also going to have reversible artwork. This is what would be on the slipcover, but with a reversible cover, you get some of the scariest artwork I remember as a kid. Look at that. What does it say too? You're invited to my party, Angela. I mean, come on, you guys know me. Return of the Living Dead is my favorite horror movie of all time. So, corny humor, good gore, good effects, tons of boobs and punk rock music set in the 80s. Anybody that knows me through this channel or knows me personally, this is me 101. I can't say enough about this movie. Amazing. This is available on, I believe, Pluto, that streaming service. I don't know much about it, but if you have Amazon Prime, you can also get this movie on there for free. And Scream Factory, the company that put this out, is actually doing a Shocktober sale where you can get most of their movies almost half off. So this is a pretty good price. I want to say this is under $15 on Amazon and well worth it. I really want to see some of you guys watch this movie. Like, I don't know all the time who watches what I suggest, but for this one, for Halloween, I highly suggest you guys check it out. And if any of you guys watch it, please say something in the comments. I would love to talk to you about this movie or any other horror movie for that matter, because I am a sociopath. Anyways, but not really. But hope everyone's having a good Halloween. I'm just going to kick back today, relax, watch some movies. I was going to make a second video talking about what I'm watching for the day, blah, 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 all that boring stuff. But who knows? I don't know. As of this point, I'm just going to chillax, guys. Anyways, check this film out. Hope everybody has a really, really fun Halloween. You guys deserve it. And thanks for subscribing to my channel, sharing, liking, commenting, all that types of stuff. It really helps more than you guys know. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Love talking to you guys. Love everyone in this horror community. Other than that, once again, happy Halloween. Blood, Guts, Gore. I'll check you guys next time.